Day 21. Day 21. Take 6. So yeah, it's day 21 of the Calpocalypse, the California lockdown. And today, link in the description, Newsom said something about California is a separate nation state. That ain't gonna play well. That ain't gonna play well. I haven't read the whole article, but I can already kind of see where he's going with it. And it's like, oh, God. Yeah, left this morning. Had to go slightly out of town, return to a job, rebuilt this pump. You see the picture here. And got all the way back out there, put it back in, and the pressure switch was no good, and I wasn't in my truck. So here's some of the traffic. You can look at this while I'm talking, and you can gaze through the beautiful, pristine, brand new windshield that my truck has that was the reason I didn't have my truck yesterday when I went to go put that pump back in, or the parts that I needed to complete the job. But yeah, I got a new windshield in my truck. That's the third one that truck's had. I really like that truck. I really like that truck. I'm going to miss it someday. Anyway, yeah, you can see the traffic's really light still. Not much going on. Kind of like the numbers for the coronavirus. It's looking like this thing is washing out to be nothing. And that's good, because that's good, but in the more densely populated areas, and now they're saying there's two versions of it. There's two strains. Oh, good grief. Who knows what's going on? The numbers we ran with initially, based mostly on what was going on in China. They're saying the version we have here in California is different than the version they have on the West Coast, or the East Coast, I'm sorry. And that's more along the lines of the strain that's in Europe, I guess. I don't know. Thing is, we're getting real close to, we need to end this thing. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. As Americans, as people everywhere, we need to kind of look at where, and intelligently, where are we going to draw a line in the sand and say no more? No more. This thing is turning out to not be anything near what the initial numbers projected it to be. That's kind of frustrating, to be honest, because a lot of people, it's not worse than the flu, and the numbers that they were sharing showed it was way worse, and they just weren't looking at the numbers right. So, but the models, or computer models, whatever, they're garbage in, garbage out, and apparently the numbers we were given were just absolutely wrong, is what it's looking like. This thing's still kind of rough, but it's as it's being downgraded, it's like, well, it's not much worse than the flu after all. Maybe. We're not sure yet. We still don't know. We still don't know what's going on, really, because they don't have proper testing for it. A lot of people are dying, but it's not nearly as many people as they initially said. So I think it's time to stop the lockdown thing. If the numbers explode, they explode. Honestly, if people aren't paying rent because they're not there to pay rent because they died of the thing, that's better than people not paying rent because they're just not going to work. Because hungry people do stupid stuff. That's a fact. And then regular folks have to do stupid stuff to stop the stupid stuff the hungry people are doing. We don't need any of that crap going on. It'd be better if they caught the bug and died of it, to be honest, than to let them get hungry and homeless over BS. It's not right. Just my take. It's my take on it. You can get mad at me if you like, but I would rather have some illness befall me and take my life than have the government beset itself upon me and cause me to be homeless and hungry. You want to see people doing stupid shit, get regular folks who know how to make things happen and start really screwing their lives up. And for where the initial numbers were at the beginning, the reaction we had to everybody kind of huddle up and not go out and about as much, I think it was the right response. I still think it was the right response. Those of you who disagreed with it, you were wrong. Period, paragraph, and a story. You didn't have numbers or facts behind you. You had your feelings, and the numbers you were supporting, the numbers you were floating, were not supportive of the idea that you had. So, but like I've said all along, as new information comes in, there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. And if you get new information and you don't adapt to it, you're being stupid. And we're getting new information. This is actual numbers now. So it's time to shut it off, turn off the lockdown. We're getting there. Plus, we've got a cure for it. Even if the numbers were bad, we've got something that absolutely knocks this thing out. Why aren't we just mass producing that and sending it to everybody? I don't know. I was watching a Tucker Carlson thing tonight. He was saying, the way they're acting is like, well, we need even more lockdowns. I was like, oh, well, no. What did he say? The initial models were they included the social distancing and the lockdowns. So, no, we don't need more lockdowns. Well, what's your deal? What are you really after? What's really going on, right? No. Kind of makes you wonder if the initial numbers China was putting out were totally outside of reality, like way overblown to get us to react this way. And now they're already swooping in and offering Europe all kinds of help. Oh, we'll be your buddy now. You don't have to worry about the United States. We'll be your buddy now. It's like, really? Seriously? I don't know. There's no telling what's going on, but it's about time we all kind of got back out and got into it. I am going to be honest, though. I like the streets being quiet. I like the streets being quiet. It is nice having the lighter traffic. Getting to work in a car inside of 10 minutes is just great. One thing I have noticed, I was at the store earlier, and they had these footprints for you to stand on. You look at this. That's something else. And it works, though. Everybody's, that far apart, but now the line's wrapped way around. The stores aren't built for that, It's really hard to set it up for that. And then the fast food places. I should have took a picture of it. But they've got the line wrapped around the in and out, and it goes all the way around and then back, and then they've got cones, and they've got it going all the way up in front of the other store again. It's just ridiculous. The whole point is to lock down, stay home, social distance. If you're going and getting fast food, man, that's something we need to learn as a people again, is how to cook. Learn how to cook. People just don't know how to cook stuff, so I don't know. I don't think this is going to change our society much. Excuse me. I don't think it's going to change our society much. I don't think it's going to have that big of an impact on us long term. If we don't let the government keep these measures, we push it and make them go back to everything's life is normal again. And I don't think it should go past May 1st at all. I really don't. I'd be all in favor of it. Just go ahead and shut it all off now. But if they wanted to go to May 1st, I'd be like, okay. But anything past May 1st, I'm kind of like, no. That's where I say, as a society, we need to have a line in the sand. I say May 1st is a good place to draw a line in the sand. We did the thing. We did our civic duty. We looked out for each other. We shut it down to keep it from spreading as fast. I hope nobody was under the delusion it was going to stop the spread entirely. The idea was to slow it down. But anyway, I don't mind having a little more personal space at the supermarkets. I wish people would just do that anyways. I really do. I don't mind having less traffic on the roads. It gives you more space. But honestly, that obnoxiousness that I noticed in the cars that, my daily commute, the cars that were that way aren't back. I think I've seen one of them, again, a white Chevy Silverado, late 90s, early 2000s model, and he's back. I didn't see him for a while, but he's back. But the people who are still out, they're starting to get obnoxious, so I don't know how you take that. Rude driving habits and cut people off, and I gotta be in front so I can get to the red light first. I hate living in this city. I hate living in a city. I hate living in this city. I hate living in this state. It's terrible. I hate it here. So I posted this picture of a Prius on Facebook. I said, first off, I get why people hate Prius drivers. Second off, what's the point of a red Prius? It's sporty looking. No, it's not. It's a Prius. Somebody said, well, some people just don't pay attention to the color. Yeah, obviously, they bought a red Prius. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, that person was driving, and I'm not lost on the irony of I took that picture from behind the steering wheel of my Prius. Excuse me, at least it's not a BMW. Oh, jeez. So I don't know, there's day 21. I'll end it on an upbeat note. Buddy Sam is he's not in the hospital. He's in like a group care home where they're taking care of him, and along with some of the older gents that, did our country proud and served their duty, and Sam's in there with them. And you see the picture, he's looking pretty damn good for a guy with his jaw wired shut. Man, you're coming back around pretty quick. So let's all hope a continued speedy recovery for our buddy Sam. Found out today from him through Facebook, the little blue bike may be no more. The insurance company has decided to total it. So I have no idea how bad that thing's gonna be, how bad it looks. It's too bad. It's a great little bike, and I said in the video on it, it's a fantastic commuter. It would be a fantastic commuter. It has been a fantastic commuter. He's done really well on that thing for commuting, except for the little blip at the end there where he crashed. He's really enjoyed that thing for that. I think, like I said before, the only time I've really seen him really want something bigger was to ride with the other guys. Everybody's got bigger bikes. The little 650, man. The bike does great on those rides. It doesn't keep up. If they really romp on it and go, I'm not keeping up with them. But, I don't ride that fast anyway, to be honest. I like that it's got a little less power because it keeps me from pushing it too hard. So, but I'm really glad Sam's getting better. That's a good thing. So there's some upbeat good news. I think that's cool. Hopefully he's able to go home soon. That'll be really cool too. Anyway, if you guys are out there staying at home, you're not able to ride your bikes, man, I am sorry to see that. I've seen some really good pictures on Facebook where you guys have shared what your bikes look like. It's just heartbreaking to not be able to go ride them. It's been raining all week this week, so I don't know. Can't ride here either. Don't feel too bad. We're all pushing that from some angle or another. Anyway, all right, guys, have a good one. Catch you.